Ladies and gentlemen, the following is an information bulletin brought to you by thenewsunit.com right here on the YouTube Video Network. Remember, the information that is presented herein is not necessarily that of myself or anyone else that participates. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And we can neither confirm nor deny the accuracy of any of this. Remember to visit the News Unit online at www.thenewsunit.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be in shock because things are happening very rapidly as the prophetic scriptures fly off the pages of the Bible, according to those that are closer to God than anybody you can imagine, like Tim Henderson, Chelsea Bedell, Chrissy Knox, and others. In this camp of people that hear directly from God in their open visions and dreams and so forth, God speaks directly to them. And Chelsea Bedell is crying. We need to get right on this because the rapture is about to happen at any moment, and you need to pack your bags and be ready. So let's listen in.
Good morning, beautiful family. It is super early, and I apologize. It's about 5:30 right now, and I, about 30 minutes ago, had just woke up to the most real dream, the most realistic dream I think I've had yet. I've given myself about half an hour to process it, because literally whenever I woke up, I was bawling. My husband had to console me. Excuse me. Because it was literally that realistic. And my husband and I were sitting at the dinner table last night, and I was just talking to him about the peace plan and stuff like that. And be careful what you ask for, because I asked the Lord again last night to give me something again, and he did. And it's been quite a while, I feel like, since I have had a dream from him, and I just know 110% that this is from him. So I'm just going to tell you guys real quick what happened. So when I woke up, I was literally trying to process, was this a rapture dream? And no, of course it was not, because guys, I saw, okay, I'm just going to tell you guys what happened. So, in the dream, I was in this city, and I know I was in a well-known city, with skyscrapers and really tall buildings, and when I was a kid, I used to call it spaghetti, because it was those highways and stuff, or the roads that went all in between, kind of like what you find in Atlanta. I'm sorry guys, it's super early, and I'm so sorry about my appearance, but I had to share this with you guys. So I know I was in a well-known city, and all of a sudden I looked out in front of me, and I saw, whenever rockets go off and they let off this white chemtrail type cloudy stuff, that was everywhere, all in front of me in this big large city. And I remember yelling, "It's starting." And all of a sudden, amongst all of that chemtrail stuff, from what I know, was the aftermath of like a bunch of like missiles being fired. I saw angels like pop out randomly. Like I saw them so far out in a distance that they were small, but I saw them popping out, and they started they started blowing these trumpets. And I was watching a video a few weeks ago, and it reminded me of this because I saw a video of this girl, and I actually sent it to a couple of brothers and sisters. But I saw this video of this woman that was describing a dream that she had had from the Lord when she was an agnostic. And she said that she heard trumpets, but they sounded like she said that it was like terrifying, like trumpet siren sounds, and she couldn't even describe how it sounded, but she just felt terrified. And now I know exactly what she's talking about. So all of a sudden I see these angels pop up, and they're blowing these trumpets, but it's terrifying. And the best way I can even try to like do it is like, and then it would go again. And as soon as I like saw these angels pop up and blow these trumpets, guys, I know I was seeing the tribulation in the second coming. Sorry, I'm just overwhelmed. So I saw out in the distance. Sorry, I'm just overwhelmed. So Jesus or God, I saw out in the distance, dressed in red, and he was coming on the clouds on a horse. I saw out in the distance, and dressed in there were two horses, and he was next to him. Like two people were next to him on white horses as well, and God or Jesus was dressed in red, and they were coming like far from a distance, and they were small, kind of like small up in the air, but I can see him right now. And they were coming on the clouds, guys, and they came right up over my head and like kept going. And I mean, he was coming with power and glory. And as soon as I saw that, as soon as I saw him, of course now I know I was seeing the tribulation in the second coming. And it's like all at the same time I'm seeing like these chemtrails from all of these missiles going off. I'm seeing these angels blow these trumpets, and I saw I literally cannot believe that I saw him coming on the clouds in red, and two other horses and whoever they were on each side. I mean, zooming in the clouds fast, and were galloping and going right. They went right over me, and I watched, kind of like you would an airplane. As soon as that happened, in this city, I was running around. I ran and I grabbed my cell phone. For some reason, I remember I had an Apple Watch, and I was scrolling through, and I hit Mom, and I was calling, and I couldn't get a hold of her. I think I tried her like 3 times. And all of a sudden, I remember I was in a building. I was in some kind of skyscraper. I don't remember being totally on like the bottom level or being at the top or whatever, but I was in like high enough to where I could see like over the highways and stuff. And all of a sudden this tsunami just engulfed the whole city, and it came rolling from the left side. And I remember when it got to me in the building, it was just consuming me. I remember it was coming right over me like I was about to drown. It felt so realistic that I was literally trying to wake myself. I was like, oh my gosh, is this real? And I was trying to like literally wake myself, or I was like waiting, trying to like, because sometimes in my dreams I can wake myself up. And I was trying to shake myself out of the dream. And as soon as that tsunami and that huge wave engulfed me and everybody else and everything like in front of it, and the highway and the building, I woke up. I am literally like in shock that he showed me that. And you're probably like, why are you crying? It's overwhelming. Now I'm going to make a few points here, because I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the newsunit.com on the YouTube Video Network. The information presented here is not necessarily that of myself or anyone else that participates. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I can neither confirm nor deny the accuracy of any of it. I titled this broadcast, What is the News Unit? And then Counterpoint showed up, and then I was like, I don't know what to talk about. Well, the usual, he says, maybe talk about Chris Holman, the Resistance Chicks, right? So here's the question. First of all, what is the News Unit? I just want to put that out there. And what is there to talk about? I guess I should have expanded on that title a little bit, but what is the News Unit? What is this all about? What are we wasting our time? Are we getting anywhere? Are we learning anything? I mean, we hang out on here. People come in here. We've had our group of people, right, for a long time, different people. And there's been a general niche of about there's been a general group of about 8 to 10 people that, consistently show up here in general, which is about it. But what is this all about? What are we doing here? What is the News Unit? What's there to talk about? Well, one answer that I might be able to give about what is the News Unit is this one particular snippet that was given a while back by Jason 4, and he kind of explains what the News Unit is. Where are you going? So the News Unit. You've done this, of course, and these are nobody. Listen. These are nobody YouTubers. They're nobody. Jason 4 kind of revealed in part what I am, and other YouTubers. These are nobody YouTubers. So to start with, Counterpoint mentioned, well, maybe talk about the usual, Chris Holman, the Resistance Chicks. Well, I'd rather talk about people that mean something, and the channels that mean something. Are there any channels in here worth talking about? Is there anything worth talking about? Should we talk about the Constitution? Should we talk about the Bill of Rights? Should we talk about the other things that have been just kind of trashed and stomped on by our elected representatives? Should we talk about missing girl in Iowa, Molly Tidbits or whatever her name is? I can't even remember it. But here, listen. Just listen to what Jason 4 had to say about the News Unit. He might have it. He might have it right on. You've done this, of course, and these are nobody YouTubers. You see a few videos, just look up Jason 4 and Trader Boss. You'll see old Silver Goldman. You'll see Silvertooth and the News Unit. Oh my God, the News Unit. This is Silver Goldman Part 2. What an absolute moron.
Not even worth mentioning, really. I probably just sent him a bunch of views just for mentioning his name. But it's like, as part of teaching people, we want to make sure don't fall for these other people who are leading you astray and are absolute speaking nonsense. You go look at some of the comments and they're like, dude, you really think JSNIP4 and his thousands of people that follow him just moved a multi-billion dollar Litecoin market because Trader Boss said so?
All right. So anyway, these are the people to trust. I guess we'll start there. Anybody else around? Tom's coming in.
See, JSNIP has allowed his subscriber base to get to his head over the years. See, he thinks
Really?
he's a YouTube somebody.
Okay.
But what he doesn't understand is that he's being followed by a bunch of fools. And what does that make him? The lead fool. You know?
He's the lead clown, like Alan Gold would say.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, who
Well,
actually listens to this guy?
Well, unfortunately, I guess I have, because, this is all part of the...
I mean, we listen to him, but we don't take him seriously.
Well, what about this sector that's been called the alternative news media, the truthers and the patriots, that were supposedly a bunch of concerned Americans that upheld the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, sound money, ending the Federal Reserve, sound money like gold and silver, and now Bitcoin? What about all these people? Are these who they claim to be, or are they just clowns?
I think a lot
of them mean well, but there's a lot of them out there pumping. And I used to listen to Jay Snap, and then he got started on this crypto crap.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed listening to his his reading and throwing his 2 cents on the news.
Right.
But when he started diving into this crypto crap, it just totally turned me off.
Mm-hmm.
It was no longer entertaining.
Well, one thing's for sure. I mean, they don't think much about the news unit, right? A lot of these people, and they've already indicated such. But it's funny because I'm the guy that gets visited by the FBI. So amongst all these other people, I'm the guy that got the FBI visit.
Yeah.
So that ought to tell you something, right? I don't know what it tells you, but I'll let somebody else figure that one out.
The entire world is backwards and upside down.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I get the FBI agent that walks in my yard with the local sheriff's deputy, walks up to me while I'm laying in the sun on my pier in the summer on July 3rd, 2018, and says, "I'm Agent so-and-so from the FBI. Are you David Casper, and do you have a YouTube channel, The News Unit? I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes in private." Well, you're on private property. We'll talk right here. Well, we'd like to talk in private. Well, there was really no place to go, so we ended up talking right here. I don't know where they wanted to go. Maybe they wanted to detain me and take me back to the sheriff's department. I should have said, hey, well, we could go back to the sheriff's department and talk to her. I bet you they would have loved that, wouldn't they?
They may have wanted to go inside your house to have a peek.
To have a peek, huh?
They're looking for something. They're fishing for something.
Yeah, they were looking that way. They were looking at the door.
Yeah. I mean, now that's like one of the tidbits of information that I take and that I got off of YouTube. If the police come to your house, you talk to them outside of your house. You don't let them inside, because you let them inside the house. There's a whole bunch you just open the door to them.
If they don't have a warrant, you don't have to let them in.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
They have no right to enter.
And I got a notice just a couple of weeks ago. The town assessor is going to come around and want to look inside my house to assess my property for taxes. And I got a surprise for him. He ain't coming inside my house.
There you go. You can do that, right? Or will they get all sorts of...
No, I'll just explain to him that he doesn't need to go inside the house, that he can measure the size of the property, and he can go, and that's all he's going to get.
And if they want to threaten you and intimidate you, well, let them do whatever they want. But you hold your ground, and and if they want to arrest you, let them arrest you. Take you down to the police station, and talk to you there. But if they don't have probable cause of a crime, they can't arrest you. If they don't have a warrant, they can't enter. You don't have to tell them anything, because you have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
So,
you only have the right to remain. I don't know about that counterpoint, because when they come into your house or into your yard on your property and they say, we need to talk to you. If you say, I don't want to talk right now, I did say, I don't really want to talk about it. I think I said that. I don't remember if I said it completely like that. Well, yeah, I did. I said, I'm not sure I want to talk about it. I don't have anything to say about it. You know, well, we just got a few questions for you regarding the YouTube channel and some threats that somebody's concerned about that you might be making. Are you making any threats on YouTube? You know,
And they already knew the answer because they'd been listening to a few of your shows.
yeah. So here's the deal. What about this right to remain silent? I only thought that happens after you've been arrested, because when they put the handcuffs on you and they arrest you and say, then they read you that right that says you have the right to remain silent. But before that, if you remain silent, then it's obstruction. You're obstructing. You can get charged for obstruction. Then you could be under arrest for obstructing an officer, and then you have the right to remain silent. So it's really confusing.
That Miranda stuff is I was arrested one time in my life. And I went and talked to a lawyer, and I said, well, they didn't Mirandize me. He says, that doesn't matter.
Read the Fifth Amendment.
I know we're supposed to be secure in our person's papers and effects, right?
That's the fourth. The fifth is you have the right not to incriminate yourself.
Right.
So you can talk to them, but you don't have to tell them anything of any substance of, they're trying to we call it entrap you or something like that. I mean, that just, that's another.
What about if we're in the constitutional free zone?
You mean like in Washington, D.C. during the inaugurations?
Everybody in Washington, D.C. is within 100 nautical miles of the ADIZ zone on the border of the United States. It's the constitutional free zone, roughly.
They got a constitutional free zone out in the middle of the Nevada desert.
So Boston, New York, Washington, Baltimore, Richmond, not Richmond, but Norfolk, Wilmington, all those port cities, all the way down to Miami and Fort Lauderdale and everywhere else.
That's when you tell them you do whatever you're going to do, and we're going to take it all the way up to the Supreme Court, and that's what's going to happen.
You saw the map of the constitutional free zone, right?
A long time ago. I actually forgot about that.
Yeah, constitutional free zone. Look at this. Let's take a look at this.
I've never seen it, or maybe I have and just don't recognize.
I wonder if I still have that up. I thought I put it up.
Does this have something to do with ICE?
Let me see if I can find something on this. I had something up on this, and I don't know what happened to it. I remember along the way that YouTube even or Google even threatened me for some of my posts because they were not appropriate or something they claimed or whatever. I don't know. It's all crazy. I don't know what happened to it. Constitutional free.
Maybe the Russians got to it. It was Putin.
Well, here, let's do this. We got to look up constitutional.
I think we have more to worry about Russian interference in this election than the last one.
The constitutional free zone. Here's the map of it.
Yeah. All of my state, by the way. Look at Michigan, man. All of Florida, too. Jesus. And Maine.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get a good image out of this image here. Yeah,
most of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm in it. This is the constitutional
all in New
free
Hampshire,
zone.
it looks like.
And that's where the vast majority of the U.S. population lives, along the coasts.
Right.
Yeah. And the people that are the heartland of the country are in the gray zone.
Flyover country. They don't matter. Not to the elite.
So should we talk about Bitcoin? Should we talk about Litecoin, Ethereum, whatever the hell else those coins are? Should we talk about
David Morgan had a thing on today about beware of Bitcoin.
But no, wait a minute though. David Morgan was pumping with Jason for some kind of silver coin coming out of Puerto Rico. Remember a while back?
Yeah. He came at. Let's see if I can find it. He had a thing that I listened to this morning or
Yeah,
this
look at it.
afternoon.
Let's go look at that. David Morgan.
It says Bitcoin buyer beware. The Morgan report. I listened
Let's
briefly
see.
a little bit to it, kind of haphazardly. So
Let's see.
the only thing that I say about that is I saw an article where some bank had lost like $4 million worth of Bitcoin in Ethereum. And it's supposed to be, super safe and nobody can get it. And the banks are losing this stuff left and right.
David Morgan forecast $60 silver in 2012. The Silver Guru. We got to find this thing with Jason before. I don't even know if I'll find it. Seems like I can't find stuff anymore when I search it for some reason.
Well, one of his latest videos, he says that August is the final dip in cryptos before the uptrend.
Here.
Yeah.
Enterprise Joe, get on the binge with Enterprise Joe. The Jason at 4 effect is on. Mafia Boss. Big income, no job. Let me see here. The Silver Guru.
Uh-oh. It looks like I just saw a thing here 7 minutes ago. Realist News, Bitcoin Ben and JSnip for live on his channel right now.
Here, look at this here. Well, let's find some more shit. Where the hell's the David Morgan one? Here it is. Major shift to silver with Jason at 4 begins now with Bitcoin crypto collapse. The next crypto scam is load. Get a load of load. From Litecoin to load and back to silver we go. Remember, this was pumped by David Morgan, this load.1. I wonder if this website even exists anymore.
Load of what?
Get a load of load. Cryptographic silver monetary system. Remember? And David Morgan was promoting this with some other dumb ass on Puerto Rico.
Let's come back to this. Let's watch Bitcoin Ben live with Jason 4.
Oh, God.
Yeah, here it is. It's actually Boston Bitcoin Ben. It's on his site.
Is it on Bitcoin Ben's site? Or
it's on Bitcoin Ben's site.
I'm still subscribed. Okay,
There he is.
There we go. They're cool.
Well, I'm here now. And, Poseidon Lou, quit giving me money. Stop it, damn it. That guy.
He's always doing that, isn't he?
He is. He always. I want to know how long you've been in cryptos. Because every time I do a show, you throw like $10 at me. What's up? Let's see. It says, what's up, Ben and Jay Snipsky? Well, this is probably beer number 6 or 7 or 8 for me.
Let me just say for the record, never, ever.
I'm plugging you there, Dave.
That's the Bitcoin Ben. You will not win. I can just tell you that without even attempting.
Years of practice. Years of practice. And I'd like to say, Joe, I appreciate you inviting me down here. I've had a blast with you and your wife and your children and your friends.
Yeah.
You have a great wife. You got great kids. The house is amazing. It's and it's all cryptos. It's and what I love about it is it happened to a good guy. You know, a lot of the times, and we have a young lady here. I hope she doesn't mind using iffy language or me using iffy language. But a lot of the times you have assholes who are rich. You know, not saying Jay's Snippies, you know, like rich or
What are you
rich.
trying to say?
Yeah.
The asshole part or the rich part? No, not both.
No. Jay Snip is definitely not an asshole. We've actually been sitting here doing, what would you call like a crypto
Yeah.
class?
So
101?
we have a unique situation. So you know, my wife, I say we do homeschool, but obviously it's her that handles all that. I do the work thing, but we meet people about cryptos and moving this one for that one. We talked about Coinbase and how Coinbase recently said, they're going to be adding several new coins. One of those should be, Ethereum Classic. That was one of the ones they mentioned. And it was actually running up a little bit.
To get you to think their way.
So anyway, we got some good food tonight to eat coming up. Most of the women that I ever come in contact with, they don't like the news unit. Andrea went and took a walk. They don't like the news unit. Nobody likes the news unit. You guys like the news unit. It's only a few people like the news unit.
Yeah, most people don't understand the news unit. Yeah, hipsters like us.
Yep. Ernie says Bitcoin is crashing. Okay, whatever.
Everything's going to crash.
I hope so.
Yeah, didn't the banks was supposed to crash, right? On Friday?
Yeah. Well, that's what the Maestro Way said. And
Mouse Way.
yeah.
Boy, these stagers, they don't put enough RAM in them anymore. The hell? Constitutional free zones. I don't want to hear about it anymore. All right, what else should we look at, guys?
We got Dave Acton.
Bruce Holman is live. We got to get him in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, this was earlier. Oh, this is the new Chris and Kelly show. This ought to be good.
Chris and Kelly.
Yeah.
Hey there, folks. It's Chris and Kelly live. We're doing our 200 subscriber celebration today. It's not exactly as planned. Life happens.
Wow, they're moving right up there. NOS Autumn Polis. What does that mean? Richard, you might know what that means.
Shit, man. That's that Greek, Greco-Roman mythology shit, man. That's like what Alex Jones used with the Melon Lib, Labe.
Yeah. What's this Nos Autumn Populus mean? Nos?
I know it's people. You got people.
Wonder what that means. Yeah. Well, we'll see what he has to say here. He's got it all figured out. Mr. PTSD.
No, life happens. So, Kelly, you're feeling a little under the weather, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, actually.
What a radio show. What a great radio show. What a way to come on, isn't it? Isn't it awesome? It's just really catchy. It really brings
It means we the people. In Latin, it means we the people.
Oh, nice. Why do you have to just type in "We the People"? Damn it, and put an American flag up there. What do you know that shit?
It's gotta be Latin,
right? It's got to be some fucking weird shit. All right, I'll be back. I gotta check on my steaks.
You and me both. So
let me know if I missed anything.
You and me both. So I had an interesting day. Before we get into too much, just like in my 100 subscriber celebration, viewers pick the topics, right? Viewers pick the topics. So, but I do want to share a story with everybody. And I told you this, Kelly. Remember that story I told you about what happened to me last night and this morning?
Yes, it's a beautiful story. So everybody, please listen. It's beautiful.
So yeah, it's
all the time.
I mean, it's a little.
My best friend told me a story about when his boyfriend was blowing him. It's just like it felt really good, so he like pressed his like.
God works in ways we don't see.
Oh, what happened now?
So
so hard, and he was sitting next to me, and I was dying. Just
I think I may have
idea of
mentioned
that.
this.
I
But
wouldn't be
anyway,
able to keep my
last
shit
summer
together.
I had oral surgery, and the incision.
Wow. Can you guys
in
please tell Jimbo
the top
Wimbo
of my
to
mouth
stop blocking me?
Why is he blocking you?
Didn't
Because he's a
feel closed.
bitch. Because
Right?
it's like,
So I'll
I was
still
making
get some
jokes. You were
infections
just riffing. I'm not like being abusive.
And
This is why
I
girls
ended
don't
up,
want to fuck him. Because he's a little bitch.
I ended up getting an infection.
Just saying.
He said I was
Starting
bad at
on
my
Tuesday.
video game.
I don't know if I want to tell him to
This last
unblock
Tuesday
you. If you're just
is
gonna
when it
tell that.
started.
So mad.
And, I think
response.
Tuesday night I slept
It's because
maybe
I
5
miss
and a
him
half
and his point of
hours,
view.
6 hours, something
Yeah, I
like
can
that.
definitely say something to you.
And now I
Wednesday
can't comment cum
night,
on his. I can't do cum emojis.
Hmm.
His text.
What's the predominant flavor of cum? Is it all the same?
It doesn't taste like anything, really.
It's got to taste like something. Nothing tastes like.
It doesn't.
Is
It
it a
tastes like
Bitter
salty? Is
or
it a
nothing.
No.
sweet?
What's it taste like?
I wouldn't say it tastes like salty either. I don't understand when people say salty.
Salty's
It's like
weird. It's bitter
yeah.
or nothing.
Yeah, sometimes a little bit of like a sweet aftertaste to it, but that's about
The
it.
smell is bad. I think the smell is the biggest.
I don't know. Does
Do
cum
you have
smell?
cum bleach smell or something? Like, do you have
The
like a
fuck?
bleachy smell?
I think it's when it's like old.
Schmiggy.
I feel like my cum's been smelling weird lately.
It's like a watery kind of like with like a bitter sweetness to it, kind of like Adderall. If I could,
Yeah,
actually.
I could
Like,
say
if you
that.
just-
Okay, that makes sense now. Okay.
Damn, we need that socialized healthcare.
You're just sucking a lot of dicks at guys who are on ADHD medication.
You know what? You say that, and I think, yeah.
right. You're just getting residual high off ADHD. You're like, I'm really productive at it today. I don't know what it is.
You're just like addicted to cum because you're actually just a mess. You don't even know it.
Yeah. I think Bobandy was weaning off the heroin from sucking guys off.
Okay, so this makes sense. Like the most of what's like in semen is like citric acid, so that explains like the kind of bitter, like so like watery bitter and
Well, that's also
calcium,
in most candy.
calcium, sodium, just like slightly, and some potassium. So if you basically, it's like kind of milky, maybe in a way, like a skim milk, maybe.
I'm reading about skim milk right
Skim milk
I
has-
don't know.
No,
It
no,
does have a banana taste, I guess, without the sweetness. Or
Yeah,
maybe
but it's like
banana
how
consistency.
like skim milk has like that slight sweetness to it though, still like just a little bit, maybe in that way.
Nah, skim milk is sweeter.
Yeah, but like watered down,
guys
like watered down
really-
skim milk plus a little bit of citric acid. That's cum.
Really fucking love.
This is starting to
where
turn
are we
my
right now?
stomach
Yeah,
a
you
little.
asked this question.
Yeah.
Well, what is?
Like, I don't think I have a weak stomach, but I think just talking about cum a lot, it will make my.
Well, what is your girl's pussy taste like?
Name of the podcast.
Hell yeah.
What does a girl's pussy taste like? They're very different.
Adderall.
Well, I typically eat it after I've come in her, so.
Maybe it is.
Do you think you can tell the race and the age of a woman if you eat her out?
Probably.
But you have a blindfold on?
No,
No,
you can
diet.
definitely
I
tell
bet
with
you
their
could.
diet and their hygiene.
Diet is
Oh,
definitely.
their diet. Oh.
Yeah.
No, they're all very different.
Oh my god.
I got a really relevant story, but it's not good to tell.
This
Some of them
elephant
are
man photo
awful.
is hella cursed.
Post it.
No, it's like at 10:30 they posted it.
No, fuck that noise.
Okay, Barbie's looking cute.
Wait,
I
who's
love-
streaming this?
What?
The audio.
I was streaming a video game.
Fuck the potty. Oh my god. Why is that person all ugly? Oh my goodness. I can't.
No, lolcows links.
I don't fucking know.
Maybe it tastes like vitamins. I don't know.
What he was supposed to do. He he's just hanging out there. And so I spent a couple hours talking to this guy, and I mean I talked to a lot of other veterans too, but I spent a couple hours talking to this guy, and come to find out he's homeless. He's got to find a way to get up to Indianapolis at some point, but he's got to reschedule something with his caseworker. I don't know, but well, anyway, I offered to give him a ride to downtown Louisville, where the shelter that he had stayed at the previous time, and when we get to the truck, I bought him some food there at the hospital, and we get to the truck, and he needs to call his caseworker to reschedule all that stuff, but he doesn't know his cell phone number. He tried calling first time, and nobody answered, so he left a message. And I'm like, if you don't leave your number, she's not going to know who you are. She's not going to be able to contact you. So I told him my cell phone number. Call me.
Is what's causing a lot of the problems. I mean, I didn't like Obama, but he was the president, and that was it. I never said, you just get over it. Okay, he's the president, law of the land.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the newsunit.com, broadcasting live on the YouTube video network. Well, it won't be long, and the police are going to be knocking on my door, and I'm going to be arrested for some crime, I suppose, that I didn't commit. But that's the new America. That's the new America. Everything is open to everybody's interpretation, and they must know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? This is the digital dictatorship and the centralized surveillance regime in action. And this is our truthers and patriots too, by the way. These are our fellow Americans that love us so much and say, God bless America, peace. And after breathing out threats and accusations, then they say, you must be a good guy. I really don't know your heart, but we'll call the police anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the news unit.
This is an oxymoron or a conundrum.
And I'm kind of monitoring some severe weather also today, so I may be breaking into some of that information.
You want to transition so bad?
The next 2 to 3
tea for you. You want to be a man so hard?
Boom! Here's your little fucking goatee.
Yeah.
Bow.
Yeah. Here's your free health
Hey,
care.
bitch, spread your cheeks. I got a
Just
syringe.
slapping some some Rosie O'Donnell looking bitch with just my dick.
Hell yeah.
Oh, one guy boof his testosterone, and the other is also like, fuck shit.
Joe Rogan is on that tea supplements, taking loads down the throat while he's working out.
God damn, dude! All this came from.
Makes me stronger.
I was just laughing to myself about a fucking
days
weed
here in the
guy
central
who,
United States, primarily under the gun for severe weather. Severe thunderstorms with large hail, damaging winds, and isolated tornadoes. So if you're in the areas that are depicted by the Storm Prediction Center for a moderate risk or a slight risk or an enhanced risk, you want to keep up with the forecast. And we'll talk about that as things develop a little bit here on the news unit and also the weatherunit.com. But back on the breaking news item of the day, we have the controversy that continues. Today, by the way, is Tuesday, May 1st, 2018. The current time is 18 hours and 36 minutes coordinated universal time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my batteries charged on my cell phone and have everything ready to go at all times, which I do have right now. And I'm in the prepared mode for a lot of different things. We'll just say that. Because I certainly feel threatened by the actions and the statements that are being made out here on YouTube. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of people that are saying a lot of strange things lately in regards to the resistance chicks. And there's some real strange individuals that we were concerned about too in regards to what we saw, who's involved watching what we think is people watching the resistance chicks, and so forth and so on. So here's what we got so far. Let's rewind the tape here just a little bit and give you a little background information, and go back to this video. If you haven't really followed through on this, well, you'll have to do your own homework for the most part, but we'll give you a little something here to chew on. The resistance chicks are Leah and Michelle, who have a YouTube. They actually have two YouTube channels. They have Mass Faith 3 and they have Resistance Chicks. And they kind of use both of those channels, primarily one over the other at times, whatever. And there was one day that I was doing a broadcast about current events and talking about the Bible and this and that, and how this new, as I see it, Trump Christian movement is rising up with a lot of women's empowerment movements kind of working together. Skywatch TV, a whole lot of truthers and patriots that are involved in this ministry. So it's not like it's like a completely established ministry. There's a lot of groups that are kind of working together that call themselves truthers and patriots. There are a lot of people that are pro-Trump, pro-Constitution, excuse me, pro-gun, pro-America, pro-Second Amendment, pro-family, pro-life, all that stuff, all the good stuff, right? And they lead us to believe that they have our best interest in mind. They care about us, preparedness, SHTF scenarios, economic collapse. You've heard them all. Stack gold and silver, get prepared. Homestead, grow your own vegetables, raise some pigs, raise some cattle, whatever. Get your water filters, get your guns and ammo ready for the resistance. And, you hear it all the time on InfoWars. You are the resistance. You are the resistance. If you're listening to this broadcast from FEMA Region 6 or whatever he's in. Live from Austin, Texas, from FEMA Region, whatever it is. It's Alex Jones. If you're listening to this broadcast, you are the resistance. Well, then we got the resistance chicks. And we see that they're Confederate with InfoWars. They're Confederate because they were Confederate with Millie Weaver, the Rainbow Snatch. That's what she calls herself, whether you like it or not. And Leanne McAdoo, the psychic muse, who also is an anchor woman over there at InfoWars. So, all these wonderful people that are truthers and patriots that wave the flag and uphold the Constitution and voted for Trump, as I did, have now decided that because of some free speech that goes on here on the news unit, that they're going to make trouble for the news unit. And now they've even got Confederate with a Canadian bully on YouTube to bully the news unit. So you can accuse the news unit of one thing or another. Go right ahead. I'm used to it. But we are watching the resistance chicks, Chris Holman. Now, Kansas seems to be staying out of it. He's kind of a background kind of guy. But all of a sudden, I heard from Chris Holman, trying to back off from these girls here. We had a lot of threats and things come across here on a recent video of his. We're looking at this video right here. We will closely examine it here when I feel like it on this broadcast. Maybe a little bit later, we'll do another broadcast. I'm not going to sit here for too long. I got some things I'm in the middle of. And it just started showering out here. Now the showers are going away. So we were getting ready for some severe weather the next couple of days. But, the main thing is that I have to learn a lesson here as an American. And that is that this isn't America anymore, number one. And I get it. At least it's not the America that it's supposed to be. And we have a lot of enemies of America that like to create trouble. They like to create mischief. They like to create contention. They like to do all sorts of things. Now, it's okay when I think it's Michelle, who is it? Michelle Wolf, that was the comedian at the White House Correspondents' event, gets up and talks about sex and makes all sorts of innuendos. That's all good. It's not okay when a group of fraternity guys up in Syracuse, New York, do a little thing and it gets caught on video, and then it's like hard to watch. I don't understand how to balance all this stuff. We've got a lot of distress going on in our nation with perplexity. You know, one thing's no good, then it's okay over here, and then over there you can't do this, and then you can't do that over there, and you can't do this over there. Well, you shouldn't say that. That's going to be construed as some kind of threat. That's a little that's abusive, or that's offensive, and well, you know, that's racist, and you know, then this and that, and then you know, there's all these different things going on in our culture of chaos right now, where we can't really figure out what we can and can't do anymore. So we got the people that can tell us how to do it, how to live our life, like Chris Holman and the Resistance Chicks, and many of the Truthers and Patriots. They can tell us what we need to do. Their moderators can ban us from making a comment, asking a question, whatever. We got a lot of people that can tell us exactly what to do, and we have the law enforcement officials too that are going to tell us what we can and can't do. They'll just make up things as they go. They'll knock on your door. We just got a report that you were on the internet and you were threatening people. Well, does the Fourth and Fifth Amendment apply to me? Well, if I don't tell you what I'm doing and all this stuff, and you know, then you're going to say that I'm hiding something, and you know, I'm obstructing an officer. So you got all this kind of shit going on in our country right now, and you know, these guys like Chris Holman that just came back from Afghanistan not too long ago, or a while back, whenever it was. He fought for my freedom, right? And now he's coming after me. So I don't get this shit, you know? I just don't get it. Maybe you can help me, Chris. You gonna bring me back into the Roman Catholic whore fold with the Virgin Mary so I can worship statues and dollies? Is that what you're gonna do? Or are you gonna sit there and put your AR-15s together and make threatening statements about, you know, that I'm about to cross the line, and you know, if that happens, that no doubt you'd shoot me, definitely. What line am I crossing? Where's the threat? I mean, I rarely go outside of my county or an adjacent county, and you know, I don't travel very far, so I don't know where the threat is, and I'm approximately, I would say, 400, 500 miles away from you and the Resistance Chicks in mileage. So I don't know where the threat is. And of course, I'm no doubt monitored by the digital dictatorship and the centralized surveillance regime on my cell phone, so they know where I'm at all times. They probably got my phone number monitored right now. Let's keep track of him. You know, there he is right there. There he goes. He's going around the lake now. Oh, he went to the store, and he went to Walmart. Yep. Well, look at him. There he is right there. What's he doing over there now? Oh, yeah. Oh, he's going to Milwaukee. What's he going to Milwaukee for? Oh, to the governor's prayer breakfast. Oh, he's a threat. He's a threat. I'm not even going to go to the governor's prayer breakfast, by the way. Why should I? Why should I go? Just to feel important? You know. I mean, it's nice that I get invited. I appreciate that, but, you know, it just doesn't do it for me, you know? The state of our country right now, so I can go listen to some vain repetitions and prayers, and then God bless America, and walk out feeling good after eating too much. You know, no thanks. Now, would I like to go with a nice attitude toward America? Yeah, I sure would. I would like to, but we have a lot of conflict in our nation right now. There's a lot of problems. Let me show you a verse of scripture that comes to my mind in regards to this, because I think it's appropriate to show it to you. And this is when, I believe, Israel was in captivity in Babylon. Let's look at this in Psalm 137. It says, "How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?" in verse 4. But it starts out, it says here, "By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion." You know what this kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the state of America. You know, you go to the governor's prayer breakfast, or you talk out here, you watch the Resistance Chicks, you know, talk about what's going on in the Trump administration and all the conflict and everything going on with the war-torn Middle East and things like that. And, you know, all sorts of conspiracies and news reports and everything. And they talk for 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever, about all this news. And, we look at the state of America, and there's all this conflict between the right and the left, and, all these social justice warriors and Antifa and whatever. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. I wonder when we're going to start weeping over America. Nobody's there yet, but it's getting there. It's kind of like, a little bit to me, I look at this and I kind of remember the United States. I kind of remember how it used to be when my dad and I would want to go down to the parade down here during the 4th of July and Memorial Day and, watch the guys from the American Legion shoot the guns off and do a little thing over here by the American Legion Park. Stuff like that. Honoring veterans on Veterans Day, etc. Used to even like to go to church to hear the word of God. You don't even hear that anymore. There's famine in the land now. Not a famine of bread or a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Now you get, guys like Joel Osteen prancing around telling you how to get rich quick and feel the Spirit. You got them all dancing around in these big coliseums that they got, that they're nonprofit organizations full of about 2,000 or 3,000 people. They're so full of the Spirit. They got every power you can think of and every gift that God gave them to heal everybody, and we still got all these problems. I can't figure that out. They've been writing books for the last 25, 30 years. And even now, we lost Billy Graham, and Trump took over because everybody's been talking about that. Prophecies being fulfilled. Trump's leading the nation into the promised land now. You got all these books about the prophecies of Trump, Trumpocalypse. You got the Trump prophecies by Mark Taylor. He's hearing from God all the time. It's going to be great. There's a revival coming up May 20th, June 5th. Lynn Leoz talks about it all the time on her channel. And, things are looking great again. MAGA, hashtag MAGA, make America great again. And then you got your own Americans that are making trouble for you. They like to make trouble. Our own fellow Americans. We're beginning to wonder who the enemies are. What about these people that follow Trump? I mean, we got probably more enemies. I'm thinking 90% of Americans hate America. They hate their own country. They hate their own people. They hate everybody. But God hates you too, by the way. So when you're pointing the finger at me, you say, well, you hate everything, you never talk. Well, guess what? God's not too happy about the wicked. He's angry with the wicked every day. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated, he says. The Lord hates some things. You ought to learn about the hate of God sometime in the scripture. But by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. It says, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song. It's not even that we're carried away captive here in America. We're carried away captive by our own devices. We're tore up from within. We're absolutely at odds with each other in this country constantly. And then we have all these wonderful little philosophers that show up on these channels to tell us to get red-pilled and listen to what QAnon has to say. And then you go over by Chris Holman. And he's got all sorts of workshops here on what we need to be doing and learn all about it.
True. Sure.
Bottoms are a joy, dude.
We can be.
Is the colon where poop comes out of?
The colon is where poop
No.
No, I'm getting conflicting answers.
You just try to vomit it up personally.
Yeah, the colon
It's actually a
connects to your
place in
anus.
Germany.
No, it's, I mean,
The colon moves poop out your butt.
I thought that was the rectum.
No, the rectum is it's at the end of the colon. And underneath the rectum is the anus.
Well, you got the sphincter, right?
So if you put your fist...
The sphincter is where it comes out.
Yeah, the two sphincters.
If you put your fist up someone's butt, first you would reach the anus, then you would get to the rectum, and if you got far enough, then it would be the colon. And if you punched all the way through that, you'd be in the small intestine.
Yeah, which is usually
And if you punch through that, then you're in the stomach, and then the esophagus.
No. Large intestine.
Oh, well, fuck that.
No, I think it's
Not in
large.
this picture. Bro, it's not in this picture. I'll show you the picture.
I love punching through the intestine.
And then you're in the duodenum.
Look at the picture.
Stomach.
I like to take a detour and
then the
punch right through
esophagus.
her cervical wall.
I like to make.
Oh god, that is possible.
Second
The worst part is rupturing
Picture.
the hole.
I posted makes it look like you can go through all of them, like in one movement.
I do.
I'm gonna brush my teeth.
This is like the worst sounds to be talking about anything to do with a colon.
About the duty of men, elders, charity, and justice, healthy living, and how feminism lied to women, and the duty of men here with his pal, the philosopher, and all sorts of neat shit, and how to live our lives. And these are the big spokesmen about how to do everything, right? Everybody's an expert now on YouTube. Yeah, get on here and tell us all about it. Everybody's an expert. They got all the answers. They know what's going on in the world. They know all about the current events. And yet, the trouble continues. Every 4 years we hear about it. I'm going to change this, and I'm going to make that better, and we're going to cut this, and we're going to cut taxes, and we're going to create more jobs. Yay! And now we're going to do this and strengthen the military, and yay! And all this other stuff. And then there's still problems. And 4 years from now, some more promises are going to come. They're all going to have their debate. There's going to be some moderator from NBC, CBS, ABC, or Fox News on the panels. And they're going to be talking to all the candidates for the next presidential run. And then there's going to be all sorts of problems. But Mark Zuckerberg's going to fix everything. He's got his Facebook conference going on right now. He's going to make data safer and even work on the election voting, and so that there's no interference from Russian hackers and all this other bullshit. I'm going to call the bullshit out as I see it on here on YouTube. And many of us that like to get in here and talk on the news, talk about current events and deal with a lot of things on YouTube and make comments about these
the
stupid
ones that
YouTube.
run hot water, you can run hot water through some of them.
That's pretty. My hot water takes too long to get to that area of the house. I'd be on that bidet hours.
You run the hot line through the sink, and you use those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a bidet out here on Amazon for $18. I'm gonna assume that's not the one I buy. That's too cheap.
Get the $50 is like what you need.
Okay.
$50
Lux
one.
bidet.
I got one. I installed it. It's
Maybe
super easy.
spraying water at my ass. They have a setting for men and women.
Yeah.
That's how they aimed it.
Next one.
I mean, the
My girl's
$18
not
one
allowed
will
to
get the
use
job done, but like you want to go the $15.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the
that's
manual
good.
one. I'm gonna get the travel one and keep it next to the toilet.
Because there's a lot of people on here that don't like you
bidet,
anymore.
Look...
They didn't like you to begin with, but they just tolerated you. They didn't want to bother you. But now you crossed it. Now you're barking up the wrong military men. That's for sure. So America's at odds with each other. That's what we got. Let's look at some of these comments. Let's look at the big mouths on YouTube that are making comments on Chris Holman's channel. Look at this. Look at Silver Goldman. Now Chris Holman, he's gonna mock a Vietnam veteran too. He mouthed off to chiggers here, buckwheat. We call them chiggers. And he mouthed off to him, and buckwheat's a Vietnam vet. And of course, the Vietnam vets, nobody gave a damn about them when they came back. And Chris Holman doesn't give a damn about them either. And he's got it, Chris Holman's been to Afghanistan for his tour, right? Oh, yeah. Compared to the Marine, our friend here, Buckwheat, mouthing off. Yeah, it's just this kind of stuff. And then you want to mouth off to a vet like that, he ain't going to take your shit. This guy's just getting mouthy. He's just running off half-cocked. And he's getting mouthy at everybody. He thinks he's the man. But he admitted that I'm the man. I'm going to be the man, too. You bet I'm going to be the man. Yeah, nod your head there.
Oh my God.
I'm going to be the man.
What the fuck?
What if I never shower and only use a bidet?
Because we're tired of these little boys out here.
You would probably, man, it's
that
just
are
like
making trouble.
you get in the bath and it's just, this
Go
is
back
so
in your little
nice.
hole.
Oh, it's so chill.
Go back
And
with your
then,
little resistance
I'm too hot.
chickadees.
What? Would a bidet be worth it if I couldn't run hot water?
And don't
to it?
tell
'Cause
us
the
what
hot
to
water
talk
takes
about
like
around
30
here.
seconds.
Because it's not going to happen. We're going to talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. And right now we're going to talk about you. Because we don't like you. we plural. So look at this guy now. Look at Silver Goldman. Here's a real prick. Good job, he says. Nailed these lying mouthy SOB David and friends. Glad you nailed the bastard. I'm not a bastard. I got a real mom and dad. You prick.
Yeah, Silver Goldman's a work of art, man.
Oh, isn't he though?
Yeah. Him and Chris Holman make a good pair.
Yep.
Loudmouth little fuck face from Afghanistan.
But you
Yep.
keep your name to
I can't stand the looks of that little fucking inbred fucking Kentucky piece
And
of
see if
shit.
everybody else.
And look at this little
Tangerine is more
shithead too,
fitting.
this Silver Goldman boy. He says,
But,
"Yeah,
okay,
I got it."
how do I do nicknames
Here we got
changing?
Mass Faith 3 writes a
I guess
message
you're right.
yesterday,
It's
15
tomato
hours
and
ago.
meat.
I have sent you a message on your
Okay.
channel. Check your inbox. So they must have sent it to Silver
Um,
Goldman because he responded. So now look who's Confederate with each other. We're
true.
finding
Maybe
this
I'll
out.
open
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, what the fuck? These fucking drama queens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You're absolutely
my-
right, Dave.
that
I
was
never
my-
would even
that's gonna
talk
be
to
my
that
child
fuck
name.
face Holman
Tomato is your slave
until
name.
he gave you shit
Yeah.
about about nothing.
What's your real
Yeah.
name? Not your
Holman,
calling
you're
name.
defending a bunch of skank whores, you dumb fucker. I realize that's the best you can do in life, but get real, you little cocksucker. You threaten me, and you're threatening the wrong motherfucker, because I don't care. You seem to. Okay,
Exactly.
Chrissy? You little fucking pencil neck piece of shit.
So
Go
look
ahead,
what,
take
look,
over.
what, look what dickhead Silver Goldman says here, the Canuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he says, yes, got it. He got the message from the resistance chicks. Please go ahead and contact the police. You could
Well, that scares the hell out of me, man. Oh.
You can also include my email address if he needs to ask me questions. I draw the line when Dave started showing everyone where I live during one of his live streams. His channel is loaded with sickos, and that last thing I need to have one of those sickos. He says, try to attack.
I'm glad he
Yeah.
feels threatened, because he should.
Yeah.
He fucks with
Well-
me and he's fucking with fire, buddy.
Here, let me tell you something here. Let's just read this. Let me read this one more time.
Oh, by the way, Chris, I like guns too, and I got a lot of them, motherfucker. You little fucking pencil neck piece of shit. Go ahead, Dave.
You got to get this, chicks. Listen to this. This comes from Silver Goldman. He writes, he's responding back to the resistance chicks. Okay. This is what he's doing. Now, this is very simple. The resistance chicks wrote down, "I have sent you a message on your channel. Check your inbox." They were writing to Silver Goldman. So first, Silver Gold. Here, let me get this right down the line here. I'm going to give this straight. Let's get this. Silver Goldman wrote down, "Good job." You know, he doesn't even know how to write, but I'm going to read it just the way it's written. "Good job. Nailed this lying mouthy SOB Dave and friends. Glad you nailed the bastard. I've been calling him out as a liar since 2014. Glad you joined the fight for truth. Dave recently aired my home address on Google Maps, telling folks to take the address down. He's sick." So then, you know, you wrote your comment, "Fuck you too, fake ass Canuck," and he is. And then Mass Faith 3, who's the resistance chicks, writes down, "I have sent you a message on your channel. Check your inbox." And then he responds, Silver Goldman responds, "Yes, got it. Please go ahead and contact the police. You can also include my email address if he needs to ask me questions. I draw the line when Dave started showing everyone where I live during one of his live streams. His channel is loaded with sickos, and that last thing I need to have one of those sickos try to attack me because he hates the fact that I've been correct about the price of silver, economy, and or my cryptocurrency predictions. All I know is all I know is that read what his friends say and type, and some of them have mental issues, so that's a big concern with Dave sharing my address."
The difference between me and Holman and this fucking fake fucking Canada piece of shit is I don't make threats. I really don't. I'm not threatening anybody right now.
Yeah, I know,
All
but
I'm
listen
doing
to
is
this.
promising you that if you fuck with me, you're fucking with the wrong guy. That's
Right.
all.
So let me show you something here.
I've had it with little fuckers like Coleman and Silver Goldman fucking with people. I'm done putting up with it, man.
Yeah, but listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this coming from a guy that's concerned about a threat. Listen.
Be prepared, YouTube. You're probably going to have more attacks in the future. If you don't want to upset an Iranian young woman over her filtering, can you imagine the truth movement? How they're going to be upset? I'm already upset. I'm not going to go down. I'm not going to blow you up, but I'll tell you, I'll be up front. I hope someone goes down and blows the fuck out of the headquarters. It's sad.
Yeah, call the cops on that one, FGM, you fucking dumbass. What a bunch of fucking losers, man. I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, listen to this one more time. I want people to get this. Just listen to this once for a second, and I'll play it again. The people that are listening out here, you need to know how wonderful these people are.
Shit.
That are coming against the news. You really need to know this. Listen to this.
Right now, prepare YouTube. You're probably going to have more attacks in the future. If you got one person upset, an Iranian young woman, over her filtering, can you imagine the truth movement? How they're going to be upset? I'm already upset. I'm not going to go down and kill you guys. I'm not going to blow you up, but I'll tell you, I'll be up front. I hope someone goes down and blows the fuck out of the headquarters. It's sad. There's probably a lot of good innocent employees there. But I really hope that person walks up to the top floor and blows his shit right all that.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the balls to do it himself. What a man, SGM. What a man.
I just want the resistance chicks. I just want to know. I want people to know that the resistance chicks are Confederate with this guy.
Yeah, they're in line with him. They're no
That's
better.
the kind of people we got as truthers and patriots.
It's fucking fake ass.
They're talking about Trump and all this, and they're telling you the news, and then deep down they go right with people like this that are going to
I don't watch
at
fucking
YouTube and
football
stuff.
after my
And they're glad to see people.
The Chiefs Nation. I think they're going to lose.
That little thing about from Holman was definitely threatening.
Jennifer Lopez and Shakira or the fucking Super Bowl?
Yeah.
What kind of
Gay.
America is this?
Yeah, what the fuck? Build the
Call
wall,
my
bro.
girlfriend World War because she 3.
Oh shit, the Super Bowl's in Miami at the Hard Rock. It's at 1 in the afternoon. Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, if I don't find this Rwanda genocide meme, I'm gonna fuck.
Make that shit at 7 o'clock. 1 in the afternoon? Are you fucking kidding me?
We got all these truthers and patriots, man. They're just getting worse and worse.
They're
showing their truth. They're showing.
Yeah, you got me wound up today, Davey. My heart's pumping again.
Yeah, you'll have to get some of that. What's the name
I
of
have
that?
to take some fucking blood pressure medicine, you know.
Get some fentanyl in there again. Stop it for a few minutes.
Yeah, I like that fentanyl, man. That's good shit. Yeah. You can go meet the Lord on that, Holman.
Oh yeah, you can. Oh man.
I mean, what does this Holman character do for a living? I mean, look at how he's dressed. He's got some kind of fucking shirt on with who God knows what fucking band it is or whatever, and a fucking camouflage hat. Sitting in front of a number 56 where he lives in some fucking project. Overrun with fucking dogs. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the
man.
dogs were barking the whole damn time, weren't they?
Yeah. What a fucking loser.
I mean, that was even worse than Brandon's 26 dogs on his property.
Yeah, I mean, look at this shirt. What is that? What is it?
I don't know. It's some kind of
fucking YMCA village people. I guess. Oh, it's some kind of God shirt.
What the hell does that say? There's all sorts of witchcraft shit on there. It looks like. All sorts of
Man, he's threatening, isn't he? Hey, don't fuck with me, buddy. I'll fucking whip you with my pencil neck. I bet he weighs about 120, maybe, if that much.
Actually, he's doing a report on what he weighs. He's been keeping track of his health lately or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
He's probably teaching us how to do. Well, we probably should tune in here because if you want to get back in,
I just don't like it says forget. Like if you're already having
recon,
like, sex
my
with
ass,
someone
a
on their period,
fucking
you're gonna,
admin.
like,
he's back in the healthy living. He's getting ready to marry
It's just like,
Michelle. I think
where does that
yeah, I wish he'd just come out and tell people.
Oh, you mean it's
well, we're engaged.
it's
okay,
a stuffed burger.
You know. All right, let's listen in here.
Well,
Listen.
who would want to admit that he's going to marry that fucking hog, man?
He's got some healthy living up there. Let's see what the progress has been.
Oh, fuck that juicy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit here, and I'll do my help log update, kind of what's going on. I'll explain some stuff. So some changes with the supplements.
And it's got the whiteboard thing going on there.
I'll give it maybe about another 30 seconds. See if anybody comes in.
He's got his Liberty shirt on. He's for
Yeah, like
Liberty.
somebody's going to join this fucking hangout.
Right.
Fucking moron.
Well, while I guess I'm waiting, get a slap on the.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the news unit. This is a very serious information bulletin. Broadcast all frequencies.
What up?
Good evening.
Sorry.
Good evening. I'm just making the introduction.
By the way, before we get into to real stuff, Dave, the cryptos are an absolute free fall. The crypto monkeys are getting ass raped.
They sure are. I can see that. We are looking at that situation right now. Bitcoin is down below 9,000 again.
Oh, the humanity.
The Bitcoin Cash is crashing. Ethereum is crashing. Litecoin is crashing. Tron is crashing. EOS is crashing. They're all crashing. Everything's
Bring
crashing.
it home, Snippy. Bring it home, Snippy.
Everything's crashing. And if you think Tron isn't crashing, you just got Bitcoin that's going down. And then when Bitcoin comes back up, they're going to take Tron down, and that's the end of your Bitcoin. So it's all geared for you to lose chi-chi.
All right,
Yep.
all right. On with the.
All right, on with it. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is the News Unit broadcasting live on the YouTube Video Network. Remember, the information being presented here is not necessarily that of myself or anyone that participates. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. We could either confirm nor deny the accuracy of any of this, although we probably can. As you notice on the newsunit.com, if you have noticed it, there is a title of a post that says, Resistance Chick Sows turn their boar hog Chris Holman on the news unit. And that's exactly what happened. The title of his video was The Worst of Men, Extraordinary Failures, and that has all been directed toward the news unit. The worst of men is certainly the news unit. The best of men is Chris Holman, of course, and probably Kansas and anyone else in their little clan. So we're presenting you with more Resistance Chicks controversy as Chris Holman engages the news unit. And now we have a situation, and we're going to get into this here tonight. Thank you for joining us. Today is still Monday, April 30th. We're rolling into Tuesday, May 1st. The current time is 1 hour and 35 minutes coordinated universal time. The YouTube drama is off the meters. It's like the cryptosphere, isn't it? It's just unbelievable. The Resistance Chicks. Let me repeat this now. The title of this video is very appropriate to what we're going to discuss and really says it in a nutshell. The Resistance Chick sows turn their boar hog Chris Holman on the news unit. And I'm going to tell you right now I realize clearly, with no doubt or uncertainty whatsoever, why they are called the Resistance Chicks. There is a lot more to that title than meets the eye, and we're going to be exposing that tonight on the broadcast. Now, Chris Holman gave the news unit tonight a cease and desist order.
What?
Oh, yeah, Mr. American, who fought for our nation in Afghanistan here, Mr. PTSD himself, divorcee Roman Catholic. Now, he didn't come out and say anything about, stay away from Michelle. He acts like that's his family, like he's protecting the women and children. He made inferences that I am assaulting women and children. You wait till you hear this. We're going to play it.
How do you assault somebody over a fucking YouTube?
I tell you what, this guy is out of his vortex.
Let's be clear. I mean, let's be clear. I listened to some of it as you were playing it back, but
Know that
you're right.
I'm
He
gonna
is
eat your
claiming
pussy. I'm gonna eat your pussy.
Diddling, diddling in your car, snail trail.
Fingering in your truck.
Up in your elephant.
I can't really find funny ones.
The second person doing the person was
The feeling I was a lesbian.
I got a fast truck.
I mean, like, seriously, like, if I was like a like girl who was like thinking about becoming a lesbian, and then like some girl busted out like her acoustic guitar and started singing that song, I mean, it would be Chow
Yeah,
Town.
that'd be pretty sick.
Oh yeah.
It would be fucking. That's the go-to girl at a party song. Gotta.
then I guess his family or whatever. And there was multiple what I would definitely call characterize as.
Get on the microphone. You're a little weak there. Get on the mic a little better.
Yeah, I'm in transit, so.
Oh, you're good. You're good now. That was better.
Yeah. I heard multiple thinly veiled death threats against the news unit.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear something?
Oh, I caught right. I message is loud and clear. The message is loud and clear
So,
from ex-military man boy.
Yeah. So this guy, I can assure you, there were no death threats against the resistance chicks in any of hangouts in the past. So I don't know what this guy's going off, triggering himself here, but he's immediately going down the wrong path.
You got that right. I ain't never thought I'd run into something like this on YouTube and ever.
He made a YouTube video threatening to kill you.
Well, let's listen to it, and you'll get the message.
Yeah, he's
in no uncertain terms.
No uncertain terms.
This guy's been in Afghanistan. He knows how to talk it, and I got the message.
He wants that resistance pussy big time. What?
Well,
and that's at the end of the day, right? That's where it's coming from. That's the trick.
That's where it is. Yeah, he's trying to play the fucking hero because he wants booty.
Harder than anyone in this equation, and he's now acting out and making thinly veiled death threats.
And if you think that it's worth my life to go after a woman like that, you got another guest coming.
He just needs to go get himself a couple of hookers, man, and get it out of his system.
You need to get blown, buddy.
Yeah, it's not like he hasn't done that before, no doubt.
Oh, but he's a man of the cloth.
Oh, he's a man of the Roman
dude,
Catholic
he's a
heart.
Catholic, dude. It's all good with Catholics. You can just go confess to the priest and be good.
Of course, he's got that all figured out. He's got it all in the catechism, doesn't he? Right at his fingertips.
Absolutely.
Well, let's listen in. Let's get right into it. Let's not delay, because this is going to be very interesting. I would ask the listening guys here to go ahead and pipe in. I'll stop it if you want to listen to it again. We'll just back up, pick up. Let me know if it's playing right. Make sure it's playing right. We're going to get into this. In no uncertain terms, this is a message for the news unit titled "The Worst of Men: Extraordinary Failures." Let's listen in.
Hey there, YouTube's Chris Holman here. It is my second live stream of the day. I had my health vlog earlier this morning. Actually, it was about 10 hours ago, I guess. Well, anyway, like I said, it's Monday, April 30th, 2018. It's about 8 o'clock p.m. I'm sitting outside because it's a lot cooler outside than it is inside, and I wanted to have a little sit down with you. So, back at the end of January, I did a video called "The Virtues of Men." Now, after you watch this, if you could go back and see that, go back and watch that if you can. But so I am here going live. I'm going to wait just a little bit until see if we can get somebody coming in. I don't have anybody in yet. In a minute.
Nobody wants to watch your sorry ass.
I'm talking about the worst of men. Extraordinary failures.
Is that coming through loud and clear for you, Brandon, or no?
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, here we go.
So I am here going live. I'm going to wait just a little bit until see if we can get somebody coming in. I don't have anybody in yet. In a minute. So this is a very important topic. Today I'm talking about the worst of men. Extraordinary failures. There's a reason why
I'd say we
I'm doing this. So you wait to the end, you'll see why.
think, requirement number one is be Catholic to join that fucking group.
Oh, we know the rest of that
extraordinary failures.
Yep, let's listen in.
And I don't have anybody in yet.
Come
In a minute.
out, wherever you are.
So this is a very important topic. Today I'm talking about the worst of men. Extraordinary failures. There's a reason why I'm doing this video.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's always a reason.
You wait to the end, you'll see why. So I'll go ahead and get started. As fathers and husbands, just being a man in general, you got two jobs.
You got to protect the resistance chicks. You the man of the house. You in Kansas. Kansas didn't say nothing yet, but you the man of the house, right? From Indiana. He's watching the perimeter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where they're at, Indiana?
Yeah, they're probably 2-3 hours away from him or so, or maybe not that. A couple hours, 2.5 hours or so.
One is provide. Will provide for yourself and provide for your family, but also protect your family. Up to and including your life if need be. That's what a man does. You say, well, that's not fair. Women don't have to do that. Well, that's because men and women are different, right? Historically speaking, men have been in their realm of influence has been the means of production. You're not late, Sagittarian. We just started. Men have been the means of production, while women have been the means of reproduction. That's how it's been for the entirety of mankind, right? Our whole history.
Well, you're wrong, because your little churchy there accepts all the she-males now. So you can be anything you want to be. You wouldn't want to judge anybody now, would you?
Well,
So
I
you
mean,
can
it's
be
okay to fuck little boys in your fucking
you
church.
can be a dick with a chick, too. A chick with a dick, I mean, too.
What, are you talking Episcopalian or what?
I guess you can be a dick with a chick, too. You can get your vagina if you want to get rid of your cock. So let's listen.
But hold on.
Yeah, sure.
Is it just is the guy like in a fantasy type of scenario where he thinks he's?
I think he still thinks he's in Afghanistan.
Why, apparently, or something, because
Maybe I'm the Taliban to him or something.
Does he think he's like standing guard outside of the resistance chick's property? And
he's been deployed. He's on a mission.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
He's on bounding Overwatch. Yeah. He's
So
on
it
Bounty
sounds like there's
Overwatch.
some disassociative, reality disorder here kind of going on.
I would say a little PTSD on the acronym, maybe, or something. Yeah.
All right.
Let's check it out here a little bit. Do a little overhaul evaluation here.
The means of production, while women have been the means of reproduction. That's how it's been for the entirety of mankind, right? Our whole history. So, as a man, as I had just said, that a man is to provide and to protect. Now, if you go back to my Virtues of Man video that I just previously mentioned, if you go back and watch that after this, you'll see that I talk about being a defender of the weak, right? That's towards the end in the Virtues of Chivalry.
The virtues of chivalry and defending the weak. Yeah, you're right. He is. He's drawing a parallel to his relationship here with Godzilla Acre, I believe.
And wait, and by the way, this is the day after that. Was it Michelle that brandished a knife?
Yeah, imagine that.
Said she has not a fear in the world and she'll take care of business. Which God bless her, by the way.
Right.
I mean, everybody should have to defend themselves.
And she's Second Amendment friendly, she said too.
Yeah. So she's saying, I don't need any help. I'm not, I don't feel threatened. And then we got this guy.
Right. We got this guy, is right. We got this guy.
Off. I mean, just flying off. Completely flying off.
Half cocked.
Oh boy.
Be a defender, fierce defender. And that means not just defending you and yours, but those unable to and unwilling to defend themselves. Whether that be women and children or weak men, even if they're strangers, to defend those. Now, there are men out there who are not worthy of, hey Ricky, no, I'm not Kansas. So there are men out there that they're not worthy of, there are men out there that are just not worthy of the title of man, right? Whether they are sitting at home in their mother's basement playing video games, or they're sitting on their computer, surfing the internet, drinking energy drinks and getting fat. They have no drive in their life. See, that's not the kind of man I'm talking about.
Oh, no.
I'm talking about a man a man-child, really, who would pervert the purposes of man as a protector and instead victimize those that are weaker than themselves. Now, you could lump in bullies in this, and I'm not really talking about bullies. I'm talking about men that would threaten and victimize women and children. Now, I think
That's an interesting little statement to make, isn't it? Threaten and victimize women and children. Well, let's learn about whatever man.
You can only hope that he's got some services available to him, his veterans benefits, right?
Right.
Talk, you good priest.
He needs.
He's going to need them.
He needs to reach out for help again because he's gone off the rails.
And this guy's been showing his AR-15s on the air too a lot lately. He's building.
Oh yeah, another veteran tough guy who's handling weapons like a holy man.
Right.
I'm not really talking about bullies. I'm talking about men that would threaten and victimize women and children. Now, I think every decent human being on the planet will agree with me that these people do not deserve to breathe the same air.
Gender type of persona, or like a non-gender, non-binary thing in real life. but presenting as female. I think that's pretty interesting. It goes into like personas of like avatars, furries.
I know a lot of people.
Well,
like
I mean,
that.
it's a lot easier to deal with than the other person there that's actually trans who's like super fucking annoying.
Breathe. They have perverted and inverted their very purpose as a man.
Let's do a veiled death threat count. That's one, at least one.
So
I missed that. I was in the kitchen. What'd you say?
We got to do a veiled death threat counter. So he just
All right,
said
let me-
that you don't, that
All right,
you
let me
don't
back
deserve
into-
to breathe the same air. So I'll take that as veiled death threat number one.
they have perverted and inverted their very purpose as a man. So there's
No, these aren't my views.
there's a difference between
Sometimes,
yeah, woodshed and
sometimes
beds.
I fucking train.
So there are men that will. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Neighbor walked by. There are men that
It's okay. I mean,
they
trust
know
me.
what
Like,
they're doing.
I love trends that are female to male. I love those ones.
Whether it's for a power trip or whether they're just for whatever reason are evil. Now, I remember I caught my train of thought. There is a difference between interacting in real life versus interacting online. Now, I've spoken out against keyboard warriors in the past, right? If you're not going to say something to somebody's face, you shouldn't say it to them online, right?
I agree.
Yes, please.
The ones that are usually female to male, the only thing that the medication that they take do is cut off their boobs, but they still have the vagina.
In real life, likely little beta males with no power in their life, and they're getting a little kick by talking crap to other people online, right?
No, but listen.
Now,
like, I mean, unless
if
you're
you're a giant,
super rich and female to male,
so
it's
if you're
gonna
a
keep her
giant,
vagina. So, oh shit, is Tokyo
douchebag
in here?
online,
Because that's
you know
what
what?
she
If
is,
you're a
right?
giant douchebag in life,
Pretty transgender.
you're the same online than you are in real life, right? You're not a keyboard warrior in that case. So, I see that, Ricky. We're good. We're good, Ricky.
She was born a female, but you know.
By the way, Ricky Holler's his new pal. You'll find that out throughout the video. They're tight.
But why would she want to fuck that?
woman. And
So now I come, even though I don't really live in a rural area now, I come from a rural area, right? Farmland, farms, small towns, stuff like that, right?
It is indeed LGBT friendly.
This kind of mentality that I'm talking about is prevalent where I'm from. Where I come from, if a woman is threatened with rape or is beaten up,
This is
if a child is beaten up,
like I would have fucked her, but I would.
people take care of business.
Oh my god.
Right? There's not a whole lot that happens out there like that because, well, you know, good old boys take care of you.
Somebody's going to take care of business, huh?
There's a veiled death threat number 2.
It's right on the fence there, you know? Right on the electric fence. Or maybe the fence with the razor wire on it.
And it's not necessarily always family.
That's right. Sometimes you just got to be the man of another house.
I'm gonna still I promise you this: if you ever fight
And you got to take matters
for
in
the
your
sole
own
purpose
hands,
to see
whatever that
me,
means.
I'll let you suck my dick. How about that? I'm feeling.
So these men that would victimize women and children. I have to think, right? Because I've always tried to wonder why people behave the way that they behave. But you know, some people are just evil.
If you have other plans, you can't suck it. But if you come
Is that
here
an
for the
open invitation? Is that for everybody? Or
yeah.
So, Ricky, you're on the right track here. So you're kind of on the right track there. So there was some
He's got Ricky under his wing now.
comments made. They're pretty vulgar. Now I understand there's only men in the chat. There's only men in the chat. Like I get that, right? And there's a thing about locker room talk and the way men talk. I get that. But
You get that? I know you get that because you're a Trump supporter. You know what it's like to talk about grabbing pussy, don't you? Because your boy Trump is... What's that?
Oh, I'm talking to my fucking little dog with his Napoleon complex.
Oh, yeah.
He's sitting there fucking growling and snarling the dog that's fucking 3 times his size.
You just have to be gay. You have to want it. That's the thing.
Also, I require a week load in advance, so I cannot be jerking off for a week.
I mean, like I said, if you legit fly here for the store to suck my dick, I'll let you suck my dick. I promise you.
I'm not gonna go to Chicago.
Question for the group.
Shalom.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
So after whatever your flavor is, fucking after the nut has been.
You back on this?
Do you guys lay in it in the bed, or do you guys like have something to wipe it up?
I don't know.
What?
Like
You mean
laying a bunch of cum.
Do you lay in it, or do you like have something to wipe it up with, like a towel?
when you have a platform and you begin to speak the way that I heard spoken in those live streams, in many of those live streams, comments that are disgusting, whether the individual themselves making the discussion or making the statements intends to do anything about it. There are crazies out there. There are crazies out there that will hear that and can act upon it. Now, there's always been an argument said, well, content creators are not responsible for the actions of their viewers. Okay. And I guess to a large extent, I agree, right? If you're not out there actively calling for people to go and do something to other people, but a viewer goes and does that, it's not your fault, necessarily. At least that's legally speaking. But yet there is a sense of responsibility there because it is through your actions. It is through your actions on your platform, whether it be Facebook or YouTube or whatever, in the way that you present yourself and the way that you address other people can inspire other people to do some evil things. Thank you, Ricky. I appreciate the apology. I really do. I want you to know that I really do. So, I guess what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this opportunity to put out an olive branch. Okay? Whatever is going on in this drama, well, I say whatever is going on. I have a really good idea from both angles what's going on, but I don't know everything, of course. But I will say this, that whatever is going on needs to squash, right? It needs to be squashed. It needs to end. That doesn't mean someone can't do a critique of someone else's content. That's okay. But to make comments like, I'm gonna crack someone like a whip, meaning to a woman, that is unacceptable, because there are psychos out there that can hear that, right? And can act upon it. There are individuals that do make content like that, and I'm not specifically naming anyone specifically. This is just in general. There have been crazies out there with YouTube channels that have went out and done crazy things. For instance, there was this crazy vegan YouTuber, and I'm not going to say his name because it doesn't matter, but he was drunk or high on drugs or whatever it was, and he's a vegan feminist, and he kills his girlfriend. But for a long time, he made content about how, toxic masculinity and speaking, in defense of women, and then now he's in prison for killing a woman who he purported to love, right? There's crazies out there, and there's actually many more stories out there that have been buried over the years. Crazies that have been on YouTube that were content creators. There's also been crazies who weren't content creators who were in as, just viewers. Whether that be YouTube or Facebook or whatever. There's crazies out there. Now, we as men need to be careful in how we conduct ourselves on and offline, because our actions impact others. Toxic sweat products will be there. So, now, you see in my content where I am, and this is me, right? Like, I'm a nice guy. I'm a good guy. I treat everybody that I meet on or offline as much as I possibly can, even when I get angry. Sometimes I fail, but I try to be kind and courteous when I can. Now, there's a point where kind and courteous goes out the window. It's a switch. And that is when me and mine is threatened. When me and mine is threatened. Now,
me and mine is threatened.
Dude really thinks man's man, doesn't he?
I'm gonna back that up and hear that again.
Everybody that I meet on or offline, as much as I possibly can, even when I get angry. Sometimes I fail, but I try to be kind and courteous when I can. Now, there's a point where kind and courteous goes out the window. It's a switch. And that is when me and mine is threatened. When me and mine is threatened. Now, there's a switch there. And those who haven't been in the military, particularly those who haven't been deployed, there's a switch there among combat veterans.
Well, aren't you special? Aren't you special? There's a
switch there for Irish too, nigga. No. I'll tell you right now, you flip my switch and I start breaking shit. That's just how it goes.
This guy's
this guy needs to get in the hangout here live and deliver on his threats. Get specific, right?
Yeah, I agree.
He needs to talk about, get down to some dates, and he's going to take action to defend his fantasy family's life.
Right.
Lives from no existential threat whatsoever.
His hypothetical, theoretical, synthetic unreality.
But but I guess in his head, he's got Taliban all over on the perimeter, scoping him down.
Right.
And he's gotta go He-Man. He's gotta go He-Man on everybody.
Yep. Such is the way of
Taliban on the perimeter.
Right?
Yeah. That's amazing.
Taliban in the wire. Taliban in the wire.
As much as I possibly can, even when I get angry. Sometimes I fail, but I try to be kind and courteous.
So he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy and everything and all this.
And this is me, right? Like I'm a nice guy. I'm a good guy. I treat everybody that I meet on or offline as much as I possibly can, even when I get angry. Sometimes I fail, but I try to be kind and courteous when I can. Now, there's a point where kind and courteous goes out the window. It's a switch. And that is when me and mine is threatened. When me and mine is threatened. Now, there's a switch there. And those who haven't been in the military, particularly those who haven't been deployed, there's a switch there among combat veterans. And it's not a switch where one moment you're good and the next moment you're punching holes in walls, though it can be. It's more like a cold rage. It's focused. It's not chaotic. Now, I do not ever want to raise my voice in anger again in my life if I can help it. And I don't ever want to hurt another individual, and I sure as shit don't ever want to take another human life, ever in my life. But I am prepared to do so to defend myself and my family. And I will.
And I will.
No.
Let's hear that again.
If I can help it. And it's not a switch where one moment you're good and the next moment you're punching holes in walls, though it can be. It's more like a cold rage. It's focused. It's not chaotic. Now, I do not ever want to raise my voice in anger again in my life if I can help it. And I don't ever want to hurt another individual, and I sure as shit don't ever want to take another human life, ever in my life. But I am prepared to do so to defend.
Veiled threat number 3, at least. I probably have missed some.
I will. Now.
Yeah, and yeah, oh yeah. It's interesting.
if I can help it. And I don't ever want to hurt another individual.
I hope this guy's VA counselor is watching this guy's videos, because you gotta haul him in.
Yeah, really.
I swear, what's the water the one that we get?
You're all the things I've got to remember. Shine away.
Yeah.
I'll be coming through anyway.
This could be ABC World's News, ABC News special report tomorrow.
Don't ever want to take another human.
Mr. Chris Holman was on the top of the watchtower.
I'm prepared to do so to defend myself and my family. And I will. Now, let's make this perfectly clear. A firearm is a tool. It's a tool. For me, it's not even a weapon. I'm the weapon.
Really?
So, well,
Maybe he's a weapon of mass destruction.
in my videos.
We're getting an education, ladies and gentlemen, on the State of the Union and the state of our American patriots. Hashtag MAGA.
This is a why you don't do drugs, kids.
A firearm is a tool. It's a tool.
Get up.
For me, it's not even a weapon. I am the weapon. So, what you see in my videos is the kind, courteous, nice guy. But what you don't see is what I keep buried for when I need it to defend me and mine. I grew up with an older stepbrother up until I went into foster care. 5 years old, beat the crap out of me in grade school. At junior high, that changed. I've always been underestimated. First day of 7th grade, now this was junior, senior high school, right? You get these in small communities, small towns.
We wouldn't want to underestimate you. He's always been underestimated. This guy's capable of doing some shit, man. Let's get that again here.
We all are. That's the thing. Anybody's capable of doing some shit, you know what I mean?
Wow, man. I wouldn't mess with this guy.
I would.
I'm blocked.
What do you do?
Oh, no, because I looked at someone gave me the link before and she posted something and I just wrote disgusting.
Suey.
Yep. Billy tied him up in a bow.
What you see in my videos is the kind, courteous, nice guy. But what you don't see is what I keep buried for when I need it to defend me and mine.
To defend me and mine. We see it. We see it very clear.
So I mean, is this like a serial killer admission?
It's looking pretty
Confession? right?
This is a real interesting. This would be called a teaching case in psychology.
I think he's confessing.
This is a teaching case right here.
Wait for it.
Yep. Number 56, ladies and gentlemen.
So, what you see in my videos is the kind,
I just like the idea of her black boyfriend having to run to the store to get her graham crackers.
What you don't see is what I keep buried for when I need it to defend me and mine. I grew up with an older stepbrother up until I went into foster care.
That came across in the one thing she was saying in the chat when.
At junior high,
It's cars. My thing is like film or some shit.
I've always been underestimated.
Yeah, no, that came across positive.
First
I didn't
day
hate
of
on
seventh
that. I didn't go in on
This
that.
was junior, senior high school, right? You get these in small communities and small towns and farm schools where from 7th to 12th is the same grade. Sometimes from kindergarten to 7th grade is the same, or 12th grade is the same grade, right? First day of 7th grade, a freshman decided he was going to pick on me because I look like an easy mark. That fight lasted about 30 seconds. Now this is back in the early 90s. It isn't today. You get a slap on the wrist. It's fucking you raw. That's it.
Hot I am. I'm so fucking attractive.
You also want to.
Deep insecurity.
I mean, we all want attention. I mean, we're all online. That's
then what
what
happens-
Reading Ricky Hodler's comment, and he can't get away from it.
She posts it wanting to get like some kind of like positive reinforcement. She has a bunch of negative shit, and then she just wants to win you over, basically, by doing the sexy thing. It's retarded.
I mean, I think she's just like a good friend of yours, so of course you're gonna see her in a positive light.
No.
Bro, dude.
No. Yeah. I'm telling you. Once you talk to her, you'll
You
realize
don't
there's not
want
a
to
fucking
contend
like.
with Esquire when it comes to like optics.
Nah, she's just stupid.
I mean,
That's pretty much.
Interesting.
I don't think it's like. Alright, I'm not gonna go that far, but man. I mean,
But yeah, no, there's not a single like malicious bone in her body. It's crazy.
nobody's saying she's malicious, but it's definitely an attention
I have
thing.
never thought she's like.
Well, I mean, it depends on your interpretation of what wanting attention looks like, or like what that means. I guess like on a person's like character.
True.
I don't know. I'm just telling you, everybody looks like they're more of an asshole in like text form.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Saved to protect you and your family and what you hold dear.
Got another X on your chest, Dave.
Man who will rage,
Oh,
will hurt others. He's not a man, he's a child with a temper. A man who would go and hurt women and children is not a man. He's not even deserving of life, in my opinion.
Hurt women and children. Where's it?
Is he gonna fucking end up directing this at you?
The whole it's what do you mean? The whole thing is directed at him. You're about to hear it.
The whole thing is directed at me.
Actually, Hodler deserves the credit for making him call out by name. gonna pussyfoot the whole
Did I miss something? Did he already say the news unit?
Just listen in. It's coming.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm a good guy, though, all of a sudden. Watch this.
And a man who would conduct himself in a way that would inspire others, particularly if he calls for it, to do harm to women and children. Is not a man that should cross me.
Whoa, somebody crossed him, I guess. Is not a man who should cross me. Listen to this.
In my opinion. And a man who would conduct himself in a way that would inspire others, particularly if he calls for it, to do harm to women and children. Is not a man that should cross me. So the person Ricky wants me to call this person out. The person I'm calling out is the news unit.
Is that clear?
That was pretty clear. So, I mean, I'm curious. So, when did you call to, for people to hurt women and children?
You got me, man.
So, is little Ricky like instigating some shit or what?
We're gonna have to shut down the peanut gallery again. It looks like completely this time. It's gonna have to end.
Why? You fucking, You're talking about the comment section?
I don't know what's going on over there,
Keeping an eye on it. Others,
all right, keep an eye on it.
Others
Okay. Keep me advised.
turning over a new leaf.
All right.
Finding salvation.
Let's hear this.
All right, let's do it.
And a man who would conduct himself in a way that would inspire others, particularly if he calls for it, to do harm to women and children. Is not a man that should cross me. So the person, Ricky wants me to call this person out. The person I'm calling out is the news unit. I'm just going to call him out. This is in regards to, I think you're right, I do need to call him out.
This is
so, and it wasn't all just him. There was other people in his stream making this. There was other people making comments along these lines as well, geared towards the resistance chicks, Leah and Michelle. I know you didn't, Ricky. I know you didn't. Ricky, we're cool. See this? You did say some stuff out of hand. You apologized. We're good.
Got a little out of line.
We're good.
Yeah, but he's good.
Well, I just said I would put a titty in my mouth. What's wrong with that, Chris? Maybe she wants a titty in my mouth. You don't know.
Oh man. You ever seen anything
I
like
think
this on
both of those
YouTube?
girls need to.
All right, let's continue.
Let's let this let him roll. Yeah.
I know it wasn't heard about children. You didn't say anything about hurting children. We're cool, Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky. Only the news unit. Not you, Ricky.
I know you didn't, Ricky. I know you didn't, Ricky. We're cool.
Listen, I don't care what you guys say. I'm nominating Ricky for Nobel Peace Prize.
That's right.
He delivered.
Yep.
Some stuff out of hand. You apologized. We're good. We're good, Ricky. We're good. I know it wasn't heard about children. You didn't say anything about hurting children. We're cool, Ricky. So, listen, I think deep down that news unit, deep down, I think he really is a good guy. And I think a lot of this drama.
What? He's a good guy now?
Oh, it won't last for long, Dave.
Okay. It never does. Don't worry. I'm used to it.
It's for show. I think it is. But I am concerned that maybe it isn't. I know it wasn't heard about children. You didn't say anything about hurting children. We're cool, Ricky. So, listen, I think deep down that news unit, deep down, I think he really is a good guy. And I think a lot of this drama is for show. I think it is. But I am concerned that maybe it isn't. But I don't really know this guy. So with all of this said, I am going to speak directly to news units. You are the man in this situation. And I'm asking you to be the man, step up, and stop this. Squash it. There's no reason for this to continue.
Well, at least he knows how to identify the man. I'll take that credit. Thank you.
Don't stop.
So I'm confused if he's calling you out or is kissing your ass. I'm not sure.
Double up. Go at it the whole time.
At least people can see who the man is in this situation. That's a start, you know?
He's a pussy. He's a snowflake. Okay?
What's that, Gary? Go ahead.
I said he's a pussy and a snowflake. Double the effort. Go at it twice as hard. Make him squirm. Let's do it.
Roger that.
That news unit. Deep down, I think he really is a good guy. And I think a lot of this drama is for show. I think it is. But I am concerned that maybe it isn't. But I don't really know this guy. So, with all of this said, I am going to speak directly to news units. You are the man in this situation. And I'm asking you to be the man to step up and stop this. Squash it. There's no reason for this to continue.
Don't worry, I'm gonna squash it like a fucking cockroach. We're just getting started.
If you want to critique other YouTubers' content, their content, that's fine. There are some things you just don't say. Whether you yourself would ever do anything or not, a viewer might. Think about that. Now, if I myself said anything, now, I'm going to put this out here after I say this. There's something I want to say. That if there was something I said, that ever inspired someone else to hurt another person, and I found out about it, I would be angry. Angry.
Who's inspiring anyone to hurt somebody? What the fuck?
He's inspiring me to hurt him. I feel like slapping the shit out of you, you fucking mook.
And so, even though I've called out another YouTuber by name, and I've talked about this situation, in no way should anybody do anything. Because none of us truly know what's in another man's heart. And this is an opportunity, another opportunity, for the news unit to do the right thing and to stop this. Be a man about it. You are the man in this situation.
I know that. Thank you for making that known.
Stop what you're doing, Dave. Your YouTube videos are a danger to society.
I'm gonna listen to a bunch of boys tell a man what to do? Are you out of your fucking mind? Listen to this.
Because your vast audience is such a threat. You know what I mean? Fucking.
That's what we got today. We got children of their oppressors and women rule over them. You think I'm gonna listen to children tell me what to do? Go fuck yourself. Let's listen in.
Because none of us truly know what's in another man's heart. And this is an opportunity, another opportunity, for the news unit to do the right thing and to stop this. Be a man about it. You are the man in this situation. Stop it. Cut it out. Not just in regards to the resistance chicks, but in regards to other content creators as well. Destroy their content, destroy their arguments. By all means, destroy mine.
You're already destroyed.
You and Ricky, I mean, destroy my one viewer.
You're not going to be able to crawl back. You're already destroyed.
Put me on blast. That's fine. Whether it's in a response video or in my comment section, look, we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good. We're cool, man. We're cool, nigga.
I am really confused if this dude is calling you out or kissing your ass.
We cool, nigga.
I'm not sure. You're the man.
Yeah, you the man, nigga. We cool, nigga, man.
We're cool. We're cool. I am fucking lost on what you're trying to say there, cowboy.
The mind of the millennials. They got their head down on their smartphone too much. Let's listen in.
You're right, Sagittarian. Prayer is the answer. But I think at some point I need to speak as a man to a man. And so I'm doing this live stream. Because whether he himself is the type of man I'm talking about or not, there are others out there.
I usually try and I try and trim it, and I fuck it up too much, and then I have to just.
Let's stop this. Stop it. Let's be men the way we are meant to be providers.
What is this, dog training? Stop, doggy, stop. Stop barking, listen to daddy. Is he talking to his dogs?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to stop doing. I mean, you're not allowed to fucking, bag on the fucking resistance chick.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new America. You're getting a lesson here. You are getting a lesson
for,
of the new social justice warrior
Fuck
mindset.
them. They get off on not getting anything out of it.
Vice did something in 2016 on it. It was pretty good. I remember his video. I think it was a slut ever segment.
Oh, I remember that shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what these hoes do?
They legit just get off on it. It's fucking crazy. I don't get it.
Get off what?
Just
giving bitches money. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Having a woman have access to your bank accounts and all the shit and threatening to
Isn't that called a wife?
It's a weird kind of trust thing. It's I was offered somebody's all of their account passwords and all this shit. I would never. No.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Oh, you're a fucking dumb slut for saying no to that, by the way. Just FYI.
Oh, I know this. I fully know this.
Oh my
I could
god.
be so much richer if I just stopped doing it.
That was so aggressive after the guy.
I would fucking
I'm so mad. I'm not for her. I'm so mad she didn't fucking say no to that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You're such a dumb slut.
Legit.
These archontic forces.
You call it the queen.
These archontic beings. They sniff your ball sack.
Sniff my fucking ball sack. Sorry, I Oh. My mom wanted me
I lost my
honestly.
ball sack. I'm okay.
Oh,
Lol,
my
fuck.
God. Had to cry for you.
Lilith, does somewhat any percent of you, some fucking percentage of you think that I am actually a sociopath?
I don't know.
Or do you think
maybe slightly narcissistic, maybe just narcissistic traits, or even just sociopathic traits.
I think you're just really depressed, too.
I'm a
I am
person
very.
with sociopathic traits, but I don't think that
Do you think maybe I'm
I-
just incredibly damaged? Do you think maybe that I have
Maybe.
never opened up to people because I was
Yeah.
scared of how they might feel, and that maybe the only time I can open up to people is when I drink, because that's when I feel confident to. I don't feel the need, hey, Alex, maybe you'll forget about this night. Maybe they will forget that you are a sad sack of shit. You are the worst. You have hurt so many people. You manipulated your mum so she would feel pain. You would manipulate people so they would feel somewhat of your pain. But the thing is, whenever I manipulate someone, whenever I break up with an ex-girlfriend, they feel that pain. But then again, I carry that pain to the next person. I'm always carrying everyone's pain. Whenever I hurt someone, yeah, they feel that hurt. But I'm also feeling that hurt when I hurt the next person. Everyone gets hurt. They feel that hurt, but I'm always carrying everyone's hurt. No matter what fucking shit I do, that is mine.
could be addicted
I have
to
to
it.
deal with that guilt the rest of my life.
It could be just very depressed, but also attached to the feeling and the chaos of the pain.
I'm very attached to the pain because that's the only thing that I feel like is real. Because, yeah, people make me smile and they make me laugh, but I cannot be happy. And I wish I was happy because that's
in the server. She's looking at the public toilet seat.
Wait, Tara? Wait,
Oh, I
she's
love
in this.
Tara.
She's in this
Tara,
server.
Tara reminds me of myself. She's like a sort of person that won't admit that they're sad, but uses some sort of comedic, funny persona to hide that. Like me.
DraftKings welcomes you to the sweat with a free shot at $1 million with your first deposit. Plus, all players get a deposit bonus up to $500. So join the action now. Play for the biggest prizes in fantasy sports and make it rain.
Oh shit.
I don't want to harm nobody.
Right.
I just want to live my life and let it live.
Well, you know, one thing good about this guy keeps the resistance chicks safe.
Yeah, well, see, he's a self-appointed defender. He's there to scare off trolls like Ricky Hobler, the people that can be scared off.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna scare me and Holland and you guys off.
No, we're terrified. Come on now.
Oh, I
He
know.
emboldened us.
Extremely
We want to do
intimidating.
it more. We want to do it more. Twice as much.
Tacos I choose usually. Tacos I do. Tacos I choose channel.
And the real fucked up part is, and the real fucked up part is that Dave is feeding into your bullshit. Dave is feeding into your bullshit. Dave knows what I'm saying is true. He talked about this behind the scenes, but now he wants to pretend it's a bit. It's a bit, right? It's a bit. But when we talk about this behind the scene, we all agree There's something fucking wrong with you, dude. You're leaving the channel out of nowhere and then coming back under another handle. That's some serious mental illness, dude. And the fact that I can't even reach you. I can't even reach you. You're mentally fucking ill. Like I said, I'm not the one that's channel. Why don't you go? Why don't you? It's like you can't even create your own community. You have to be part of Day's Dick because you're so desperate to be part of something.
Delete your channel. Why are you here?
All I'm saying, dude. That's all I'm saying, dude. We've been around a lot longer than you have, and we know.
Look at that! There's Jesse Jackson checking it out. Jesse Jackson, he been checking it out, man. What's up, man? What up, brother? Check it out.
I think Tacos needs to delete his channel. Then
Again, my friend, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. You're fucking mental illness.
Oh yeah.
You're so desperate to be part of some group. You're like this broken high school that wants the football job to like it and be friends. So you have today. You have attacked yourself today in an unhealthy manner. Whenever day goes live, you want so bad to be live with Dave. None of us do that. And the fact that you changed your channel, you deleted your channel, just so you can come back again under another handle, another personality.
should I go for 100,000 subscribers this time?
It's mental fucking illness. You're mentally
Maybe I'll go after 100,000 subscribers.
You're mentally fucking ill, dude. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not the only one that sees changes in your personality. There's something seriously going on with your personal life that you need to behave like this.
This is poetic. Come from a guy who's been bitching and complaining about me for a year. Very poetic.
That's my Joey. You're like
no.
That wants the football job to like it. Please like me. Please like me. You attach yourself to
You're
Dave. You deleted your own channel, then you came back. You created another channel. So you can be part of Dave's content. You deleted your own channel, you created another channel. So football part of Dave's again. This is mental illness. You deleted your channel. You couldn't be away from Dave, so you created another channel just so you could be part of Dave's crew again. If that's not mental illness, then I don't know what is. And I'm not the only one that has seen this. But of course, they want to play good cop, bad cop, because they think I'm doing a bit. It's not a bit. I'm keeping it fucking real. Just like if you were my personal buddy and you've been acting really stupid, I'm gonna tell you, bro, you're acting bad shit. I trash talk my friends all the time. I'm keeping it fucking real.
Yeah,
The
you
fucking
are.
person mentally fucking wrong with you. You deleted your own channel. You created another channel just so you could be part of Dave's life and Dave's crew. There's something seriously mentally defective with you at this point. And I'm just keeping it fucking real. And if you guys want to think I'm doing a bit, it's not a bit. This is not a bit. I'm keeping it 100% real. It's not a bit. We talked about this behind the scenes. Seriously, if you're not going to keep it real, then I'm not going to be part of this crap. I'm keeping it real. There's something seriously wrong with the fucking microwave behavior of research. Let's just keep it fucking real.
With Cox, staying in is so in. Great Wi-Fi means you can dim the lights, lock the doors, adjust the thermostat, and find the perfect show. Staying in is the new going out. Introducing the Stay In bundle with internet streaming and home life.
Baby! Mommy! Alexa, turn down the thermostat. Okay, turning down thermostat. Ready. Huh. What do you think people did before Alexa? Alexa, turn the temperature down 2 degrees. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Jokes. Oh, what do you think I know lies? Look at me.
Next. News! Get your news here! Alex, what's today's news? Doesn't matter. It's all fake.